What's going on, everybody? It's Wade with Swamp Donkey Archery. So I'm back. It's the first video of the 2024 year. So happy new year to everybody. I want to do a video today to kind of go along with some of the ones I've done in the past that I do a kind of a like form, technique, kind of tips, stuff like that. So today what I'm going to get into is improper and proper draw technique. So that's something you're interested in, stick around. We're about to get into it. All right, how are you fine people doing today? So this is my first video of 2024. I hope everybody had a really good Christmas. I hope everybody had a great New Year as well. Wanted to get into a new video this year. I'm wanting to continue on some of my like shot sequence, shot tips or whatever to try to help you out. So this one, what I'm wanting to do is kind of talk about improper and proper draw technique. So it's one thing that I never really put a whole lot of thought in is how you draw a bow. You know, how is drawing my bow going to affect where my arrow impacts downrange? And yes, it will affect how you set your shot up. It will affect shot consistency. But the main thing that I'm wanting to teach y'all about is correct draw on this. So it's way easier on these shoulders, because I promise you, any of you young guys might be in your 20s, 30s, trying to shoot 75, 80 pounds just because you think it's cool. I'm telling you, if y'all use improper draw technique like I did when I was in my teens and 20s, your shoulders are going to sound and feel horrible, just like what mine do. So I was kind of forced into drawing correctly last year when I shot a bow that was way too long for me, way too heavy a poundage. Long story short, I wound up impingement on this shoulder, tore this rotator cuff here, and didn't want surgery, so I had to figure out the most efficient way to draw a bow back. And once I started getting into it, I noticed benefits downrange as well. Notice how solid my shot felt whenever I got set up. So I hope my audio sounds better. Sorry I squirreled out on you there. I hope my audio sounds better. I got this new wireless lapel mic for Christmas. A couple other goodies is going to help me out on some of my videos. So y'all let me know if the audio sounds a little better. Later in the year, I'll start using my gimbal that I got and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to get y'all a little better quality video. And I'm thinking about it. Y'all go ahead and hit this like button and subscribe to my channel. I hadn't already done it. So now back into proper and improper draw technique. Hang on, let me get this wild panther down off here before he knocks my stuff down. This is Vader. See why we call him Vader? He's mean. He bites everybody. So, all right. Ow, turd. Yeah. Okay, sorry for the interruption there. So, like I said, the main benefit from doing this is longevity on your shoulders. So a couple of improper draw techniques that I want to talk about, I'll show you first. And some of these ways I used to draw as well. I've seen some people with the, seeing if I a different release I want to use. I've seen some people do the bow down low like this, and then you're pulling down here. Ooh, wee. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. You're really going to tear some stuff up that way. So just if you're one of these down here, don't do it. Now I know some of my hunters are going to say, well, I want to be aiming at my deer and then pull straight back like this, so less movement. That's fine. What I'm talking about is getting out in the yard and just hammering shot after shot after shot. So this one, pulling back across here and then bringing up. I mean, y'all can see pulling here, so you're using across your chest. you're pulling across your chest, you're using your shoulders, you're hardly using any of your shoulder blades, your lats and whatever. Y'all, the muscles on your shoulder blades, that's the ones you want to be using. So please don't do the low draw. The most common draw that I've seen that I call wrong is, everybody's trying to do it right. You think you are, you got your bow set out here in front of you, and what you do low elbow across your chest, and then you're coming up and you're loading that shoulder joint up really bad that way. It works. That's the way I used to draw, and it works, but that is a lot of undue stress on this. And then once you draw on your anchor, you're holding more with this shoulder here. Ultimately, the more you can get holding in your shoulder blades back here, trying to pinch this together, the more you can hold with this in your back and your shoulders, and less you can do on this shoulder joint right here, the whole lot better off you are. So, and another one I seen is, this is when the guys are drawing way too much poundage. You're the way up here in the air, elbow down low, and oh, that even, ow, yep, that, wish y'all could have heard that, but that really does you wrong. You do not want a low elbow when you're drawing. That's the main thing. First, in step one, no low elbow. So the way that I started shooting, the way that I'm teaching is, once you get your grip set, I want you to set your bow where your hand is about in front of your eyes. I'm not talking about sky drawing. We're not pointing the bow up. The bow's still level. The bow's still pointed at the target, but we want it up here about even with your eyes. And I want your elbow high like this. We don't start with elbow low. We want your elbow high. When you draw back, I want the motion to be, you're pushing with this front hand, and you're basically trying to envision there's somebody pushing on your elbow right here, and you're wanting to push them off of you behind you like this. So that's the motion I want you to use, pushing with your front hand and trying to pull your elbow around behind you. And as you're drawing, you're letting the bow kind of come down. You're trying to tear the bow in half. That's why I tell some of my 4-H kids. So elbow up, bow in front of your face, and you push with the front, pull with the back. Now, this is where you see a lot of the pros. If you watch any of the videos of the pros shooting, like Levi Morgan does it, very. He's just got an amazing form anyway, but it's kind of very obvious when he draws. You see Levi, he sets up, he draws kind of up high like that, and then he settles in like this. And if you was to watch his shoulder blades from behind him, you watch his shoulder blades separate and then come together. And what he's doing is going from here and coming down, and it's locking the shoulders in. So now you hardly have any pressure in your actual shoulder joint. Everything is in your shoulder blades or your back. You want to hold as much with your back as you possibly can. So up, elbow, back, and now we settle in. And you can see I'm coming down and into me at the same time. And that just puts everything locked in here on the back, right between your shoulder blades. That's how, when you hear people talking about using back tension to shoot, that's what they're doing. They're trying to squeeze their shoulder blades together while simultaneously pushing the bow toward the target and pulling with your release hand. So I'll show you all that again. If it wasn't 30 degrees and drizzling rain outside, I would try to do this in like a sleeveless shirt or something, so y'all could see what muscles I was using, what little bit of muscle tone I do have left. Up, elbow up, settle in, and then draw down, lock in. Now I'm holding between my shoulders. Just like that. Please y'all start using that technique, it will save your shoulders years down the line. You don't take my word. You don't take my word for it. Go watch some of these other guys. Watch Chris B. He done a video on one of these here a little while back. There's a couple of other guys that have that. This is good advice. Whether you listen to some other folks or not, that take care of your shoulders, because you don't want to be mid 40s and 50s and looking at having to have surgery to straighten them out. So I guess that's about it. If y'all got any questions, be sure and hit me up in them comments down there. Like this video, you hadn't already done it. I do have a website, swampdonkeyarchery.com. You can go to it. It's got all my contact info there. And I've been meaning to do a video and say this. If you happen to be one of my Facebook followers that follows my Swamp Donkey Archery page, or me personally, Wade Butcher, on Facebook, about a month ago, I had somebody hack my account and I had to start from scratch. So I had to start a new personal page and a new business page for Swamp Donkey. So now Swamp Donkey Archery is now Swamp Donkey Archery 2.0. And then I just set up a new Wade Butcher personal account. So if y'all tried to get a hold of me and any of those others and I haven't got back, that would be why. So y'all be sure and follow me on all the correct social media platforms. And now I've got to start getting everything ready for me to go to the Archery Trade Association show. I will be going to the ATA show in St. Louis, Missouri next weekend. I'll try to get a couple of videos and pictures and stuff while I'm there. I'm not going to go around and do interviews and stuff with anybody. I done a 2021 ATA walk around. I'll probably do something kind of like that, just so y'all kind of get to see and experience what the ATA actually is. So anyhow, hope y'all liked the video. I probably rambled enough, so I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one.